Okay guys, so Amanda and Dani with you again, and right now we're going to go over dividing fractions. Dividing fractions is really easy, but just pay attention to these important steps. When we divide a fraction, what we have to do is we have to multiply the first fraction by the reciprocal of the second fraction. Reciprocal means just flipping the numerator and the denominator. So let's start by rewriting our problem. Here we have 1/3 divided by 5/9. We would rewrite that as 1/3 multiplied by 9/5. You see how the numerator and the denominator switched places. That's called the reciprocal. And then the way we would solve it is the same way we would solve any multiplications of fractions. We multiply the numerators together and the denominators together. So here we have 1 times 9, which is 9, and 3 times 5, which is 15. And then remember, we always have to simplify our answer. So 9/15, we have to think of what is a common factor that we can divide both of those by. Okay, and the common factor is 3. So 9 divided by 3 is 3, and 15 divided by 3 is 5. So 1/3 divided by 5/9 is equal to 3/5. Let's do another division, but now we're going to do a division with a fraction and a whole number. So let's do 2/4 divided by 6. Okay, so remember I said what we have to do is rewrite the division as a multiplication with the reciprocal. What would be the reciprocal of 6 wholes? Well, remember I told you that when we look at a whole number, we can imagine it with a denominator of 1. So the reciprocal would be flipping the 1 as the numerator and the 6 as the denominator. Let's rewrite our division. So now we have 2/4 multiplied by 1/6. All right, so let's multiply our numerators together. 2 times 1 is 2, and 4 times 6 is 24. And now once again, we need to simplify our answer. Our common factor of 2 and 24 is 2. So 2 divided by 2 equals 1, and 24 divided by 2 equals 12. So 2/4 divided by 6 wholes is equal to 1/12. Okay, let's do one last problem, and this time we're going to do a division of 2 mixed fractions. So we're going to take 3 and 1/3, and we're going to divide it by 1 and 2/4. Step number 1 is to change these mixed fractions into improper fractions. Okay, so let's change them to improper fractions. We have 3 times 3, which is 9, plus 1 is 10. So we have 10/3 divided by 4 times 1 is 4, plus 2 is 6, divided by 6/4. All right, and now let's rewrite our division as a multiplication of the first fraction by the reciprocal of the second fraction. So now we have 10/3 multiplied by 4/6. Okay, so again, we're going to multiply our numerators together. 10 times 4 is 40. 3 times 6 is 18. And now we need to change this improper fraction to a mixed number. 40/18. What does that give us? Well, 18 goes into 40 2 whole times. Let's write it out. over here so you can see. 18 goes into 40 2 whole times. 18 times 2 is 36. We subtract 36 from 40 and have 4 left over. So now we have 2 wholes and 4 18ths. All right, let's look at the fraction part of our mixed fraction. 4 18ths needs to be simplified. So we're going to divide by a common factor, and our common factor in this case is 2. So now we have 2 wholes and 2 ninths. Okay, so 3 1/2 divided by 1 2/4 gives us 2 2 ninths. Let me know, guys, if you have any questions. Bye.
And remember, dividing fractions is no pie in the sky. Flip the second fraction and multiply. But don't forget to simplify before it's time to say goodbye.
Bye.